Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's video is going to be focusing on answering the question, has your person moved on? And this is going to be the blunt version of my readings. So what I'm going to be looking at today is sort of energetically where your person stands with regard to your connection, and we're going to be looking to see if this person is energetically or physically moving on from you, or have they completely moved on from you, or are they still kind of lingering and focusing on the connection in any way. This is a reading that's really intended to give any of you guys out there clarity if you're in a confusing situation with your person, or if you're maybe personally looking for closure from this person. I'm going to do my absolute best to give you the honest, grounded truth of what I see. So getting into some disclaimers, if you guys are at all sensitive about your person or your connection, this may not be the best reading for you, because with my blunt readings, my goal and intention is to give you the honest, clear truth of what I see, no sugarcoating. So I'm going to do my best to deliver positive news as I see it, but I'm also going to tell you things that might not be the most exciting to hear. So just be open if you're coming into this reading. Also, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so some of the messages might be for you and pertain to your situation. Others of the messages might not. So if something is ever feeling confusing or just doesn't feel like it resonates with your situation, just release it and let it go. Don't allow it to upset you. Don't allow it to trigger you. It's just a general reading meant for general guidance. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. We're doing 3 piles for this reading. For pile number 1, we have some Tiger's Eye. For pile number 2, we have a Sacred Geometry Clear Quartz. And for pile number 3, we have some Orange Calcite. So take a deep breath. Think about your person and whether or not they have moved on from this connection. Go ahead and select the pile or crystal you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to find the timestamp that will take you to your reading. See you there. Hello, my loves. If you all picked out pile 1, which was represented by this Tiger's Eye crystal, this is going to be a reading, and we're going to be looking today to see if your person has moved on or not from this connection. So I'm starting with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. We have a bunch more decks that I'm going to be actually shuffling and pulling from on camera, and we're just going to kind of see where your person stands energetically with regard to this connection. If you guys did miss the intro, I'm just going to repeat myself here that this is going to be one of my blunt readings, meaning that, you know, I'm going to give you the honest, grounded truth of what I see, no sugarcoating. So keep that in mind as you're viewing the reading. So for pile 1, has your person moved on? We have release, we have family, we have fear, and I forgive you. So for this person, I'm getting some mixed feelings. I don't think that they have fully moved on from this connection, but I do feel that there are certain things that they're trying to release and let go of at this time. I feel that your person definitely sees you as like someone really special to them, with family being here. I think that they perceive you as being part of their soul family, whether they would use that term or not. For some of you, you guys may have a family that you've built with this person already. There could already be like ties there from the past, or like kind of longevity to this connection where you've known each other for a while. But it is interesting. I'm being guided to the fact that the sun is setting in that card. I don't think that they have fully moved on, in the sense that this person, I think, is still thinking about you. I think they still have some sort of emotion towards you. But I am getting a message that the sun might be setting on this for them. I wasn't initially getting that until I got the message of the sunset in the family card, so it's kind of interesting. However, again, I keep going back to these mixed feelings, because for a lot of you guys, I feel that this person is trying to release fears around this connection. There's something about you. There's something about like the intimacy of this connection, or getting close to you, or building this closeness with you, that I think brings up a lot of fear in this person, where they don't feel like they're in control of themselves for whatever reason. And this person may also be afraid of like speaking up to you, and like just the way that she's covering her mouth, it's like they could be afraid of actually like speaking up to you. This almost looks to you as though she's standing on like kind of a stormy kind of beach area. It looks like there's water behind her. It's hard to tell because it's blurry, but there's a lot of fear that this person has around emotion, and I think that they're trying to release those fears. Now, there is something here about forgiveness that's coming up too. I think that maybe for some of you guys, something went wrong in this connection, and this person maybe has needed to let go of grudges, let go of the past, heal, forgive themselves from anything that's gone wrong. So it's an interesting message that I'm getting, because for most of you guys, I don't necessarily feel that this person has completely moved on from you. It's almost like they're trying to move on from a situation that went on between you, or an old cycle of the connection. The sun is setting on this old cycle of the connection. So I want to get a little bit more information here. Let's get into the tarot cards next. Just to kind of see if we can get a little bit more context. We're working with the NYC Tarot deck today. So we want to know where they stand. Where does this person stand with regard to this connection with pile 1? Really wanting to see if this person has moved on or not. Where do they stand with regard to this connection? We have a 4 of Pentacles, a 2 of Wands, which I saw that kind of peeking through as I was shuffling, so I'm not surprised that that one came out. We have a 9 of Cups. There is a Knight of Wands here at the bottom. I'm wondering if this person you notice how it's a firefighter putting out a fire? It's like, yeah, it's like there's something that needs to cool off in this situation, I feel. And I also wonder if this person might be a little bit immature. Like maybe they're the type of person that can be a little bit impulsive, and they like adventure, I'm getting from this. I'm getting that from the 2 of Wands as well. The best thing that I can really say, like the best way that I can describe this energy to me, it feels like a person that's kind of just 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door. It doesn't seem like they have fully let go of you, but I don't think that they're fully invested either. And with this Knight of Cups, I feel that this person is, you know, kind of, I'm hearing attention seeker for some of you, but this person is someone who is adventurous. They like to have fun. They like to kind of fly by the seat of their pants. They are impulsive. And I do think that there is chemistry and passion in this connection. I think this person likes that aspect of things. But what I don't see here are indications of commitment. I feel like this person they're in exploration mode with the 2 of Wands. Like they know that with regard to this connection, they could expand. They could have their needs fulfilled here with the 9 of Cups. However, this card of the 2 of Wands is really like that 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's like surveying all of the options and possibilities that are out there for them, just in general. So I do feel like this person is still lingering with your energy. I think that with the 4 of Pentacles, they are a little bit energetically possessive over you. Like I don't think that they like the idea of you guys being with someone else. But I also think that this person isn't really fast to open up. Like again, there's this energy of them being afraid to like really emotionally express to you and tell you the truth of how they're feeling. And maybe this person has been feeling this restless energy and not being able to really properly communicate it with you. With the Nine of Cups, I feel like this person definitely sees you as, like, they love to experience your energy. They feel like they get their needs, like all of their immediate needs fulfilled with you. They see you as a treat, like this is an ice cream truck. But what I'm also getting from this ice cream truck is choices, right? Look at all the different choices of ice cream that they can take if they wanted to. Like, it's just with this Knight of Cups, I get an energy of someone who's just very, like, I don't want to say player, maybe they are, but that is kind of the vibe. It's like someone who just follows their passion impulsively and doesn't necessarily stay in our lives for a long time. This just feels like someone who's in an energy of wanting to really focus on expansion and options in their life. For some of you guys, I feel like this person sees you as being very fancy, like someone who's very like likes to shop, or maybe this person likes to shop. Maybe they like to travel as well. But yeah, I feel like, like I keep saying, it's almost like 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door. So let's continue. I want to get some more cards. We're working with the status deck next. This is from Evolving Goddess. I'm going to have her linked below with all the decks. She makes some amazing decks, you guys, if you ever want to check out her Etsy shop. So let's see. Where do they stand? Have they moved on from pile 1? The biggest thing that I feel is, like, I think that they're afraid of depth. We have single. Okay. Let's see. We have side piece. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then we have non-committal at the bottom. Not intentional, just flowing. Yes, that's what I was saying with this Knight of Wands. Like, and the interesting thing too is that underneath of this Knight of Wands, there is an Empress card, which is making me feel like you guys are this Empress energy and they love indulging in your energy. Like, I'm getting, for some of you guys, I feel like they see you as like a wife, a mother. Maybe you have children and they associate you with that. But it's like there's a lack of balance in this connection. There's a lack of effort. Or not a lack of effort, but it's a lack of the same type of effort being put in. Because I think that you guys, as this Empress, are probably showing up in a more caring, nurturing, wifey, maternal type energy. This person is showing up just wanting to have fun. So they are showing up as wanting to be single, but they still want to indulge in your energy on the side of doing whatever else they're doing. So it's almost like they've released this thought of building more with you for whatever reason. And I don't think it's your guys' fault. I really think it's like this person's mindset right now around love and relationships. It's like they're just not in it for a commitment right now. And maybe some of you guys don't want that, but that's what I see. So let's get a couple more cards and then we'll close it out with some advice for you guys. So has this person moved on from pile 1? What else do we need to know? We have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. For some of you guys, I feel like the dynamic here is mother-child with the Empress and the Knight of Wands. Like, that could be why there's children showing for you guys as well. Like, this person may actually be feeling like you're kind of like their mom in a way, or like you're their parent, like smothered by you. And again, it might not be your fault. I think that they're just maybe not in this place to be able to receive that type of elevated energy because they just want to have fun. They don't want to be tied down or nurtured or cared for, you know? They just want to have their needs fulfilled. But yeah, that's it. Unrequited love is imbalance. It's when two people are on the different pages about what they want. Okay, let's get one more of these. We have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Again, in this card, we have the masculine kind of with 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in and 1 foot out, with the feminine energy hanging on. Very much the vibe that I'm getting from all of your cards thus far. It's like this person is more focused on themselves right now than they are like this relationship is what I feel. We also do have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So right now you guys are on different paths in love. This card also can talk about differences, like fundamental differences in what we want in a relationship, in religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, things like that could be going on underneath the surface for this person as well. The biggest thing that I'm seeing is just that like there's a difference in what each person is wanting out of this. So have they moved on, pile one? Not all the way, but I definitely don't see them wanting like a commitment or to be like consistent with this connection. This person is wanting to be single and explore and have their options open, and they want to engage in your energy on the side when it's convenient for them. That's what I see. So let's get a little bit of an advice card for you, my viewer. Just something that could be good for you to reflect on as you continue forward, either connecting with this person or other love interests that may come through for you. What guidance or advice should group one keep in mind as they continue to navigate this connection and love in general? We have ambivalent. You say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. So you guys are wanting love, and I think that this card is talking about the need to really align yourself with what it is that you ultimately want. Because this energy that you've been engaging with this person does not feel like a balanced relationship. It feels like very casual, the way this person is feeling about you, which is fine if that's what you want. But, you know, I think this card is talking about taking that time to reflect on what are the qualities and characteristics you want in a partner, and what do you want your relationships to look like? Because that way, when you're clear on those things, you can better align yourself through action, right? Like if you say, I want, you know, XYZ, but then you date somebody who's ABC, like you're not aligned with what you say you want. So hopefully that made sense. Let's grab one more for pile one. We have too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. So maybe you guys have been engaging with this person because they're just convenient for you. They're easy. Like, maybe you know deep down this is not really the type of energy you're wanting, but there's like this making of excuses not to try to explore different options. So you have to figure out, I think for group one, it's like the message for you is just to kind of figure out what it is that you want in a partner. Do you even want to date, or do you not want to date? And if you do, I think that there's some like self-work that has to happen around aligning with what you want, and also carving out time to spend on dating or meeting people or relationships in general. So hopefully this was helpful, pile one. Definitely drop me a comment below. Let me know. And if you're not already, do subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I'll see you then. Bye. Hello, my loves, for pile two. If you guys picked out the Sacred Geometry Crystal, this is going to be your reading. We're looking into, have they moved on or not from this connection? And if you guys did miss the intro, this will be one of my blunt readings, meaning that, you know, I'm going to give you the honest truth of what I see, all of the facts and nuances we can get, okay? So let's start off. We have forgiveness. We have ascending. We have party. We have I lied to you. Okay, wow. All right, have they moved on? Where do they stand right now? So firstly, I think this person is coming into some realizations around some wrongs that they have done to you. Clearly, they're admitting here that they've lied to you about something. There's been dishonesty from them with regard to this connection. And I do feel that this person feels guilty. I do feel like they feel bad about it. And I do see with ascending here that they're starting to sort of realize and awaken to the error of their ways. They are seeing the light. They are seeing the situation from a higher perspective at this point. However, I do feel like this person is still kind of caught up in a fun energy with partying here. Now, I'm not immediately getting yet whether or not this person has moved on from you. For some of you guys, I'm getting a message that you guys party together, and that's like a thing they like. It's kind of just like keeping you in a more fun category, if that makes sense. Seeing you at parties and things like that. But for others of you, if you are literally not having any communication with this person, I think that they're thinking about you in the sense that they feel bad about what they've been dishonest about, but I think they're numbing it with alcohol. I think that they're focusing on partying right now. So let's just continue. I want to pull from the tarot cards next. We're working with the NYC Tarot cards today, so let's go ahead and take a look and just get some clarification as much as we can. Has this person moved on from pile 2? Where do they stand with regard to pile 2? Oh, that just literally flew and it's in reverse, so we're going to grab it. 5 of Swords in reverse. The Hermit card. And the 4 of Cups. This person also is showing up in a King of Wands energy at the bottom of the deck. I think for some of you, this person is really someone that likes being in the spotlight. They might play music. I'm getting a vibe that, like, clearly this card is someone being on stage playing music and having a lot of eyes on them. And with that party energy here, I'm wondering if this person is really focused on like being in that spotlight in whatever capacity or environment they're in. We also do have a 7 of Cups beneath that, which is telling me that this person has choices, okay? Now, have they moved on from you? What I feel, to be honest with you guys, is that this person is not even like that aware of you. Especially now that we're getting more into the reading, like, I think that they are, well, okay, let me rephrase. I think that this person obviously is healing from something with regard to this connection. Feels more like they're trying to forgive themselves, though, than anything to do with you doing something wrong. I mean, it could be different because there's going to be a lot of different people watching this, different scenarios out there, but they're thinking of you in the sense that they know that they were dishonest about something. And I do feel with the 5 of Swords that this person is walking away from playing any games, walking away from any conflicts, getting out of their head with regard to the situation, because it's almost like they feel like they lost out on something here. So I see them with the Hermit card kind of being in this space of isolation right now, reflecting on the situation. Again, with Ascending, there's a lot of reflection going on here, kind of focusing on themselves and doing their own thing right now. And with the 4 of Cups being here, you know, this person is telling me, like, this person is basically like in a space where even if you guys were to like reach out to them, or if you've been trying to reach out to them, it's like they're just not even aware of it. They're not even seeing it. They're closed off. They're like blah to it. For some of you guys, this person with the 4 of Cups may not even really be that into you in that way. You know, 4 of Cups is that energy of kind of like they're just not that into us sometimes. So it's a weird energy because it's like they're moving on from conflict, but it's almost like I don't even know if there's anything for them to move on from, if that makes sense. Because the feelings that I get are like very numb and neutral as I'm tapping into this energy. So let's continue. Let's get a little bit more info here. Has this person moved on? Where do they stand with regard to pile 2? We have situationship. This can get confusing. Ask yourself, where is this going and what do you want? I think the reason that I'm not really getting a clear answer to the question is because this person isn't clear about if they've moved on or not. Let's see what else. We have fire. Play with this fire and you will get burned. That's why we have that 5 of Swords in reverse. It's like they're walking away from some sort of conflict or battle within this connection, whether this is a mental battle with themselves or something with you. Yeah, this person, I think, is very unclear about what they want. And there's something about this connection that they feel they have to be very cautious. They see this as a confusing situation, an in-between kind of situation. And for some of you guys coming back to this 4 of Cups, you know, and the King of Wands here at the bottom, like, I do wonder for some of you if this person has options and so they're just kind of not that into this situation or investing further into it. But the other thing that I'm getting is that for some of you, I think this person is very masculine in their energy. They're very independent, and they, I feel, are wanting a partner who might look a certain way, who might act a certain way, who might present themselves in a certain type of energy. And if somebody doesn't present themselves in that type of energy, then they aren't into it. They don't really see it as anything more. I'm also really being drawn to this 4 o'clock. You know, like 4 o'clock, usually like the last hour before you get off of work. It's usually that time when like we're wrapping up projects or we're just kind of like zoned out for the day. And yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe I'm getting from this person. Let's get a few more cards here. So for pile number 2, tell us where this person stands with regard to their connection with pile 2. Have they moved on? We have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay. Has this person moved on? Where do they stand? We do have soulmate coming up. We also have getting to know each other at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, there definitely is a soul connection here. So I don't want to sit here and say like this meant nothing. Like there's obviously been some sort of lesson learned for this person. But and that's why I'm hesitant to say this person has fully moved on. But at the same time, I'm also not really seeing them showing up in any type of energy of intention with regard to the situation. They are confused about it. They have options, right, with the 7 of Cups. And I think this person might be a little bit picky about what they want. And I think that they are wanting some alone time from you right now. And this person might be spending more time with their friends at this point, looking for support from other sources outside of this connection. At the very least, they're definitely in a place where they're wanting to pull back their energy from you. That's what I feel. But I will be real with you guys, like the feeling that I'm getting, like the vibe of this energy does feel, like I said earlier, very numb and neutral. I don't feel love in my heart. I don't feel excitement. I don't feel passion. I don't feel fear. I just feel like nothing from them. It could have to do with alcohol or something. I don't know if they're numbing or whatever, but like, yeah. So, all right, pile 2. I know this probably feels confusing because I don't really feel like I'm giving you the clearest answer, but what I want to close it out with are some just like guidance and advice for you, my viewer, just about like what you might want to consider reflecting on as it pertains to this connection or just any dating in general that you're doing. So let's go ahead and see. What advice do we have for pile 2? We have 2 attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. Yeah. This person is shut off. Like I just, they're shut off. They're turned off in some way from this situation. And with the King of Wands, you guys, this is a very independent, masculine energy. They don't want a needy partner. This is somebody who wants to be with a partner who's also equally as independent, self-sufficient, has their own hobbies and interests, has their own life, so that you can kind of like be on that equal playing field together. So if you feel, as you reflect on this connection, like maybe you have been putting out like a needy energy to them, they don't like this. And this is why they're withdrawing. This is why they need their breathing room right now. What else for pile 2? We have losing yourself. You feel lost in your partner. It's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. That's kind of exactly what I was just saying, right? Like kind of literally the same message here. And you guys also have a message at the bottom about taking the time to figure out what it is that you want in a partner. So maybe there was a lot of fixation on this person, or there has been some recent fixation on this person, but are they even ultimately the type of person you would want to be with? Or are you just kind of attached to them because they're comfortable? I think that might be something worth reflecting on for pile 2. For some of you guys, yes, there is a soul connection here, but soulmate doesn't always mean that it's our forever person. More often than not, in my experience, when we see these type of cards come off, I shouldn't say more often than not, but in a lot of instances, this card just indicates a person that's teaching us a lesson, right? That's helping us to ascend and grow and evolve in some way. And I do feel like you guys are helping this person to ascend and grow and evolve, but there's a lesson here for you guys, I think, around getting too attached and losing yourself in someone else and having your own hobbies and interests in life and things that you like to do that you can pour into outside of the connection. Okay, so pile 2, I hope that this was able to help at least give a little clarification to your situation. Again, I don't know that I see them fully moved on, but I do see that this person is taking a step back and detaching from this energy right now. So drop me a comment below. Please let me know how it resonates and what's been going on with you and this person. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I will see you then. Bye. Hello, my loves for pile 3. If you guys picked out this orange calcite, this will be your reading, and we are going to be looking at, has your person moved on or not from this connection? And if you guys did miss the intro, this is going to be one of my blunt readings, so please just make sure that you're aware of that coming into this. I'm going to give you the honest, grounded truth of what I see, regardless of what it is, okay? So, have they moved on for pile 3? So we're starting off with winter and mirroring. We have single, and we have I hope you're happy. Okay. I don't think this person has necessarily moved on, but I do think that this person is just doing whatever you're doing. There's mirroring here. So both of you guys are basically just reflecting each other's behavior back to each other at this point in time. Now, I do see that this person, there's an emphasis here on being single. So this person may want to be single at this time. It doesn't mean that they've totally moved on from you, but they do want to be single. This is a connection that feels like it's certainly in its winter season, meaning that there's not a lot going on. Something about the connection is dying off. It's transforming. It's changing. And it might be in the space for a while, I'm hearing, unless somebody does something different or makes a different choice or makes a move, but it's almost like they're wishing you the best. This feels like very passive aggressive to me for some of you. Like, I hope you're happy. It might not be that, but just the way it's written, it kind of seems like it could be. Excuse me. But for the majority of you, I feel like this person is genuinely not wishing any ill will onto you. I think that they do want you to be happy. But there's definitely this mirroring energy here, which means that, like, you guys, again, are reflecting back to each other what you're doing yourself. Like, you're just mirroring each other's behavior. You're mimicking each other's behavior. And so, like, if both people are never going to make a move and just, like, watch each other from afar, like the single girl here, I mean, nothing's going to happen. You know what I mean? I feel like both people are struggling with the courage to, like, make anything happen or make a change here. So let's get a little more info for pile 3. Where does this person stand with regard to pile 3? Have they moved on or not? Where does this person stand with regard to pile 3? Oh, well, would you look at that? We have an Ace of Cups. A Magician. Okay. And we have a 5 of Wands. We do have a Page of Wands at the bottom, so there's communication being highlighted here, messaging, texting, things like that. No, I do not think this person has moved on, pile 3. But I do think that this person is, I do think that they're wanting to attract you back into their life with the Magician card. This person may feel like they don't have the skills with the 5 of Wands being right next to it. So, okay, I'm scattered. Here's what I feel. This person has feelings for you. This person feels like this connection does have potential to grow into something more. Okay, the Ace of Cups talks about potential love, interest, energy. Like, we feel feelings. We see it as an opportunity to grow in love with someone. However, with the Magician being here, I do feel like this person wants to call you back into their life. But with the 5 of Wands, it's almost like they are having challenges with this. Like, this person is conflicted for some reason. I feel like part of the issue is confidence, because a lot of times Magician energy, you know, in order to manifest and create the life you desire and to call someone into your life or whatever, you have to have the courage to do so. And the biggest thing that I'm getting from this mirroring energy is that you and this person both, I think, are lacking the courage to kind of step up and just speak about what you want. You know, this person wants to kind of explore this. I feel they would like to kind of maybe see where things go, but they are conflicted about how to do it, and they, I think, aren't that confident in themselves and how to do it. But I still feel like they're watching you, keeping an eye on you, even though they are in single energy. Like, for you guys, I don't necessarily feel like this person is single because they want to, like, date a bunch of people. I feel like they're single for themselves. Like, they're just focusing on themselves in a sense. They're not wishing any ill will onto you. They hope you're happy, but they still have their eye on you a little bit, and I think that they would want to kind of explore and see where things go. But let's continue. Let's see what else comes through for pile 3. Have they moved on? Where do they stand with regard to pile 3? I'm curious to know why they're conflicted here with the 5 of Wands, because this feels like the blocked energy for a lot of you guys. Like, there also could be something here about maybe you guys aren't fully on the same page with something with that 5 of Wands. Let's see. We have, well. We have Secret Admirer. Yeah, I'm watching. We know. Look at this girl, how she's watching. Like, it's a little creepy. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Yeah, this person is, like, in the shadows watching you. They totally like you. Let's see what else. Ready for commitment, taking things to the next level. Okay. And then we have scared. Someone is scared to open up at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, for sure, this person has not moved on. They are watching you. They want to see where things are going to go with this connection is what I feel. But they're afraid. They're afraid to come forward and just like tell you the truth of what they want and how they feel and kind of take the plunge, you know? Let's continue, pile 3. All right. Have they moved on? Where does this person stand with regard to pile 3? We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So maybe for some of you guys, this person has kids or something like that where they have other responsibilities and other commitments in their life that they kind of have to consider. I'm also seeing dogs here, so some of them could have dogs. This also, it can speak to deeper things like inner child wounds, right? Like your love life is being affected by children. So I'm wondering if for some of you guys, this confidence issue that they're having, this inability to kind of come forward and just tell you what they want and go for it, this could stem from inner child stuff too, a fear of rejection. Let's see. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yes. We also have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This person behind the scenes, I think, might be like getting advice from their friends or maybe trying to figure out like how they can get their friends to sort of help them with this in some way. Like for some of you, I'm almost wondering if they would ask you to come to like a group gathering of some sort where it kind of takes the pressure off the situation of it just being the two of you like on a date. And, you know, it's like there's buffers there because it's other people, you know? But yeah, this person has not moved on, pile 3. They're just like not confident to come forward, but I think that they're being guided in that way. I want to just see, because you guys' group is the best of the 3 in terms of this person. I want to just look to see what their next actions may be towards you. So for pile 3, they haven't moved on, but what's their next step? What's their next move with regard to pile 3? What can pile 3 expect them to do about this next? And then we'll get your advice after that. We have addiction. We have party. Okay. We have truth. So I do feel like this person is eventually, it's interesting with that party energy because I do think that this person might ask you to come to something that's like a group setting, like where there's going to be drinking, smoking, like maybe, I don't know, or just more people around in a more lighthearted, low pressure type of environment. And I do feel like with the truth card being here, this person will tell you the truth about how they feel. Like that's what they're thinking about right now in terms of actions, is like having a conversation with you to tell you how they feel potentially or get to the truth of the situation. It's interesting though with addictions here. So I'm wondering if this person has some unhealthy habits as it pertains to relationships. It could be just unhealthy habits in general, but this could also be talking about like unhealthy like attachments that they might have to people that they date. Let's see. Let's pull some tarot cards too, just to kind of see, and then we'll get into your advice. All right, pile 3. So clarifying this energy, what is their next action? Look, 3 of Cups showing as I'm shuffling. I do definitely see that there's going to be something with a group that's going to be offered to you potentially, or that you guys will just eventually come together in a group setting. Okay, what's their next move for pile 3? We have the Hierophant, commitment energy, the 7 of Pentacles, moon. Okay. I don't know if I would expect a lot of fast movement or fast action really soon, you guys. I think that this person is still, especially now with the moon card coming up with addiction, this person I think has a lot of fears beneath the surface about taking action with this connection. I think that they are a little bit afraid of like going deeper with you right now, even though I do feel like this person wants a commitment and they think about commitment and love energy with you, especially with this rose being here and the little wedding rings as well. I think that this person thinks about those things, but I think that that also really scares them with the moon card being here. And what I feel in terms of action right now is going to be very slow with the Seven of Pentacles. This person's in a place of kind of reassessing the situation. I also am getting a message that they're reassessing their financial situation and their own level of independence right now, because I'm feeling like this person is very traditional, and I'm wondering if they feel like they don't have enough to offer you right now. And that could be some of the blockages around why they haven't been so willing to kind of come forward and make a move or take some decisive action here, even though they are interested in you and watching you from afar. So with the Hierophant card, I do feel like coming into the near future, things might just be kind of like the status quo of what your connection is. There might not be a lot of change to it because this person is reassessing and reevaluating how they want to move forward here. And I think having to deal with getting to the heart of some fears. Again, inner child stuff coming up big time. I think this person has a fear of going deeper, of intimacy and things like that. I think with this cat, this person is needing to work on being a bit more independent in their own life. And I do think that there is some form of realization to this. So let's close it out, pile 3, with some guidance and advice for you to kind of reflect on as you may continue to connect with this person or just in love in general. So what does pile 3 need to reflect on as it pertains to this connection? We have fear, loneliness. You stay in bad relationships because you are lonely. Be okay being with yourself. So you may want to reflect on whether or not you guys have been maybe settling for this person, because it's like, it's weird because I can see that this person wants to connect with you, but they are afraid to do it. Like there's clearly issues here that this person is dealing with on their own that are preventing them from really showing up in an elevated and ready way for you. And so depending on your situation, I feel like some of you guys have been putting up with a lot of crap from this person, even though I do feel that they have positive intent for you. There could be dynamics at play here that are not serving you. And maybe you guys are sticking around longer than you should. So just something to reflect on for some of you guys out there. Let's get another one. We also have not being you. You're trying to project a perfect image, but it's not really you. Be yourself. So I think that, yeah, I mean, for some of you, there's something here about being a bit more authentic in this connection. And this could be part of that mirroring energy that we're seeing here, is like the mirroring energy is making me feel like both people aren't really being authentic to themselves with this connection. It's like both people are kind of hiding things. Both people have fears. Both people are maybe putting out an image of something or being a certain way that they don't really feel. So it might be something, again, just to reflect on and ask yourself if this is pertaining to you and the way you've shown up in this connection. So pile 3, very interesting read. We're going to close it out there. Excuse me. Please let me know in the comments what's been happening with this person and how you felt like the reading resonates with your situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you will be updated when I post the next reading, and I'll see you then. Bye.